Hey, Willow57, this is Sandra. I'm bringing you Wednesday with Willow video. Funny story, I had already started this video and my camera arm is attached to my table, and see if I shake it. And I guess I hadn't tightened down all of my arm very well, and so it moved. And so halfway through the video, you're like filming over here, not what I was working on. So, you know, whatever. Let's redo. All right, so this is what I'm actually working on currently. Two very grungy, coffee-themed junk journals. I had done one recently like this, and it got so much love. I just thank you guys so much for all your comments and viewings of that video. Really blessed me. And so through that, I had gotten an order for another one. And so I thought, well, while I'm doing another one, I might as well do two more. And, you know, that way I'll have one in my Etsy again, and then plus the one that the client ordered. I'm not real sure which one of these will be which, because I'm going to let her pick which one she prefers once they're finished. But I will give you a quick, I do have the signatures all in and just kind of a foot through of where I'm at thus far on these. I really want to start making ephemera on the for these. However, something came up today, and I thought it would be a really good startup video for Wednesdays with Willow that we can do. So I'm going to put these aside and show you what I'm going to actually do today. And the reason why I'm doing this is I had an order that I shipped out earlier, and I used up all of my materials for what I send my stuff in. And so I needed to make some more of that, and I thought, well, that's just a good video to get started on Wednesdays with Willow. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing today. This is how I send my ephemera. It's not rocket science. It's nothing complicated. Anybody can do this. Any of us have these materials, more than likely, or some of them anyway, already. This is just what I came up with for decorating my ephemera packs when I send them out and making them look like me, my aesthetic, right? So basically, let's see, I had one. Hold on. I get these from, not Etsy, the other place, Amazon. That's the word. I get these from Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but they come in like 100 or whatever, 50, maybe 100. Anyway, and these were the size that I chose for my ephemera. I know that they have different sizes, and so according to that, if you have something like this, or you could make paper sleeves if you'd rather, and to put your ephemera in. I just like the clear. It kind of look more professional to me. So that's what I use. I put my stuff in there, and then I take this and staple it down, and then I take a thank you card out of scrap paper, and I just put it in the sleeve and put it in there, and then I put it in the envelope and mail it, right? And I've had a lot of comments on my Etsy page about that, so I thought this would be something everybody would like to share. And obviously you can make this to fit your ephemera or your aesthetic of your business and whatever. So anyway, let's get started. So you're going to need two different book pages sizes for this, to do this whole thing. And again, it's going to be according to the size of your packaging for this one that you're going to need for the top. I got lucky. I had used the covers off of a couple of antique books, and so I have all of this good vintagey book pages from this that actually fit perfectly for mine. So if yours is, you know, if your packaging is a different size that you need to use, obviously adjust your book pages, obviously. And then this is for the thank you card that we're going to make. And then you're going to need some scrap paper, whatever scrap paper that you have around that you want to use. It's not hard. Like I said, this is pretty simple, but something we can do together. All right, so I'm going to put this aside and let's get started. We're going to start with this part first, okay? And then we'll get into the thank you cards in a minute. All right, so again, you're going to need book pages that fit your packaging, whatever size that may be. What I do is I take two of the pages out of my book. My Joker glue stick here. Not my favorite glue stick in the world, but I'm out of the Yoo-hoo, whatever it's called. I'm out of that currently, so this is Gorilla. I love the regular Gorilla glue stick. I found it at Walmart one time, and I've never been able to find it since. But I did find the kids kind. It works okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And you glue two pages together. Voila. Again, nothing complicated. Then you take them and fold them in half, like so. I prefer mine rounded. So you take your corner, rounder, whatever you have. And then this part is completely unnecessary and has no purpose or serves no purpose whatsoever, except for the fact that I like it. So I have one of these things. No idea what it's called. It's some kind of hole punch. I got it on Amazon. And it just kind of looks professional to me. So I punch that there, kind of in the center. Never actually is in the center, but close enough, right? So anyway, then the next step that I would do, and I do this in mass making, okay? So I would make a whole bunch of these right here, and then I would just set them aside and make some more. For the sake of the video, I went ahead and glued a couple of these together so that you didn't have to watch me like in preschool glue together, because you guys all know how to glue, I'm sure. Anyway, you probably know how to do all this, but it's just for the sake of the video, right? And this is my process. So, fold them, fold them, fold them, fold them, fold them around those corners like a yay. Well, that was a good folded job right there. Man, it doesn't matter. It kind of gives to the quirkiness, in my view. If you want yours perfect, you are free to be, you know? You do yours however you want to. Like this, I love that. That's, you know, I love the grungy style. So that's how I roll, okay? And the hole punch. Absolutely unnecessarily needed. I don't hang these anywhere. I keep them in a basket until I am ready to use them, but you know, it's me. It looks profesh. All right, then you can do this step next. Actually, you know what? Let's do this next. I, again, am doing this to fit Willow57. You decorate yours however you want or need for your business, okay? And again, this is how I do my mass making of these, okay? This is simple. I don't try to make this look perfect. It's very whimsical. I found this willow branch stamp, Hobby Lobby, and so, you know, and I do it at different levels because willow trees are whimsical like that, and, you know, they have branches just flowing in the wind and in different directions, and they're beautiful, and I love them. And so, now you know why I'm Willow57. I love the tree. And so I do this on all of them. Different levels. Okay. One more. Yeah. All right. And then to get my name, if you have a stamp that has your business name, good on ya. I don't. I have block stamps. And so I go through and I stamp my name on all of these. And to me, it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of like the whimsical look of, you know, the letters going every which way. Let's put that up there. Because it's, you know, it's more fun to me. I leave that out because I use it again. And the I. Be my luck, I would misspell it today. All right, the I. And then the L's. And then the O. And back to the W. Sometimes I put an exclamation point at the end. However, like on this one I did. However, I'm using a different number set this time. I got these recently, and they're just a little bit more whimsical. They're not exactly the same size, but it doesn't matter. It's just fun. So, 57. Not my age, by the way. I'm not 57. Just a number that means stuff to me, and that's what I went with. All right. So then after that part is done, move that away. I fold them back again like this. And then, of course, you know, we junk journalers cannot do anything. I mean, I don't know if the earth would still circle correctly if we did not ink things properly. Am I right or am I right? This is a newly, ooh, that's not good. My daughter picked up some friends over there. Okay, so newly re-inked pad, so should be good and juicy. And so then, you know, get a little bit of distress. You can use whatever colors you want, because in Willow World, we are free to be. I don't like rules. Do it however we want, because it's fun that way, right? So anyway, I'm not going to sit here and ink all of these up. You get the point. So then you ink them up, and then you keep making these until you're sick of making these, and then you have a good stash, right? So where every time you get an order for an ephemera pack, you just grab one of these, and you staple this sucker. Again, being careful not to staple your ephemera. You staple it on there, and then you put in a thank you card, and that's what we're going to work on next, is our thank you cards. Okay. Now, there are two different ways that I do my thank you cards. And again, there are, 100,000 videos out there that show you how to make these little envelope things. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you how I do it. And it's probably 90 different than anybody else does it, but it is what it is. Okay. So this is where you bring your larger sheets that you have, your larger book. And again, if you don't want them this big, you don't have to make them with the larger book sheets, but this is what I use and what I have. So here we go. I take 2 pages again, and I glue them together. And I'm only going to glue one together for the sake of the video. Again, I don't know why. Not like we don't know how to glue, but because I said the word glue, I guess I better show you how to do it. Oh, funny. All right. Okay. Glued. And that does not have to be perfect. Mine are a mess half the time. And, you braid it. So, let's do this one first. And this one is just a simple card. Yeah, simple. Stick it in there. Ta-da-da. Okay. So, what we do on this one is we pull this up to say yay. Do that. And then you fold this down like yay. Correct? Mundo. Okay. And then, obviously, we're going to glue this side. And you could ink first. It's probably a good idea to do that. But too late for me. Glue's there. And it'll be all right. We'll make it work. Okay. You probably should have... Yeah, you guys know. You put the hole in here. The little grabby space. Like so. And make sure that's good and glued. I'm going to go ahead and do this because it just works better. Sometimes I use my nail, but it always leaves pieces of my fingernail polish on it. Ugh. Okay, so there's that. I personally like these rounded. If you don't round them. But I do. Again, it just kind of gives it a little bit of a polished look, even though I do the grunge thing. I know. It's like an oxymoron, isn't it? That needs more glue on this one. My Joker glue did not work so well. Alright. And then you inky. And you can, and I have made these, let me show you, where you sew the sides. Let me see. You could sew it. It does add something to it. I do this for the journals. I sew them sometimes, not always, but often I sew them for my journals because it does give it a little bit more staying power. But since these are just thank you cards and most people are probably going to chunk them, not going to keep it anyway, then I don't worry about sewing these. But you can. That's your prerogative. All right. So anyway, you inky. It's like the love language of junk journaling. Ink, right? We can make anything look old. It is our superpower. You can take something brand new and make it look like it's been around the world 1,000 times. Because we're cool like that. All right, you get the point. You ink it up. And then what I have is I have 2 different thank you stamps. Ta-da! Right? And again, not complicated. I take my inker. I kind of find center, or you could do it however you want to do it. You know, decorate the front however you want. This is just simple, easy way for me to do it. Ta-da! And then of course I use my, and I kind of did this before I folded it all up, and that way I would have had, you know, it all over it, but it doesn't really matter. Just trying to get it on the, you know, like that. And then I can do this side. I hope I turn this right side up. See? Now it looks like you're in a jungle. See? Well, I guess I should have, you know what I should have done. Ta-da. Okay? Cute, right? So now I have the envelope. Now I need to put something in it. Now what I do for this style envelope, when I do the cards, man, that glue is just not good today. My Batman glue is letting me down. Gotta order me some more. Yoo-hoo, yo-ho, if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know. Anyway, what I do for this is I just take a small index card. These have been slightly coffee stained, but nothing too drastic. And, you know, I glue it down on the pretty paper like a so. Something like that. Press it down good. And then you can, you know, take it to your paper cutter or bring your paper cutter to you. Or just use scissors, because it's faster. And round. That was a bad job. Round it. And then I have an OCD about this, to be honest. If I used one stamp for the cover of the envelope, then my OCD is that I have to use the other stamp for the card. You don't have to. One stamp is fine. It's my own little niche, okay? Now you're getting to know the real Willow57. Okay, that was not center, but again, when am I ever center? Perfection is boring, you know? That probably would drive me crazy, actually, if I looked at that too long. But I'm not gonna. Oh, this side. So you ink the both of the sides. And then you have this cute little space to, you know, send a personal note to your client, thanking them for their order and blessing them. And I always, oh, yeah, I probably should have. Hey, that'll be all right then, won't it? It doesn't fit because I didn't measure. But that's okay, because now, look, it's more center. Oh, favor isn't fair, friends. Re-round and re-ink. And voila. It's like it never happened. See? See, I did that on purpose. Just to show you what to do if you make a mistake. All right, there you go. Voila. So then I would take my packaging that I have made already, and I would just slide this in there. Oh, you know, I always stick a sticker in there too, but I'm not going to for this. As a thank you, an extra sticker. So there's that. That's how I would send it. All right, so let's go ahead and make one of these real quick, and then we'll be done. Okay, this is again, I have already glued 2 pages together because you know how to glue. You know how to glue. Sometimes I don't know how to glue, but I'm assured that you do. All right, how do I do this? Oh, yeah. You bring them into the middle, kind of like yay. And you bone fold it. Like yay. And then you take your little scissors and you cut this kind of at an angle, like right here's the line. You cut it at an angle, and I'm going all the way up to the lettering because that's how far I want to go. You can go as far up as you want. No, wait, wrong one. To the line, and then cut it there, right? And you have this cute little flappy thing. Then you take your glue. Wait, nope. Before you glue, do the do. Because it just looks better. It really does. Oh, wait. And I also put a little niche in this to, you know, help grab the card out easier. Thumb hole, I guess is what they call those. I don't know. Maybe it is. And you inky. And this is getting sturdy now, the 2 pages together. Glue. Oh, I guess you could glue it, but I would recommend inking it, not gluing it. Okay. And then while I've got it open, I'm going to go ahead and do my Willow57 on it. My willows. So, time to share. True story. When I was a child, I had an uncle who lived by a river, and it had a willow tree. And my brothers, I have 2 brothers. They're both very much older than me. Ha ha. One is 12 years older than me, and the other is 15 years older than me. And I have a sister who's 8 years older than me. So obviously I am the baby. And anyway, so at this uncle's house, my brother one day took me, we were out hanging out by the river, by the willow tree. And he showed me how you could take the branches of a willow tree and kind of tie them together. And I was a tiny child, so I weighed practically nothing. And anyway, he made me a swing out of the willow branches so that I could sit in this swing, and he pushed me. And that was the day that I fell in love with willow trees. And I've always loved long hair, like all of my Barbies, all of that. I always had to have the longest hair. I love braiding and doing hair, that kind of thing. So the willow trees are like a tree with hair. So that was it for me. I fell in love with them. One day I'll have one in my yard. It's my goal, my dream, to have a willow. They need lots of water. I live in Arkansas. We get plenty of rain, I think. We should be fine. I know people around here who have them. I just have yet to do it. All right, so then what we need to do after we do that is the thank you on the cover. So I can do either one because I haven't made the card yet, so my OCD is fine right now. I'm going to go this way on this one. Okay. See if I can get it center. See. Center enough anyway, right? Ta-da! Nope, not center. I gave up. Okay, so then we take a card to measure this, to figure out how big you need your card. It's about 4, excuse me, 4.5, let's say by 3.5. So I'm going to go 4 by 6. Okay, I'm going to cut my paper down to 4 by 6. And any scrap paper will work for this. If you want a color theme or whatever, you can obviously do that. But I really don't. Just kind of a place for me to make a note to my client so I don't stress over it. And you fold it in half. And then you take your handy dandy corner rounder. And, well, let's go ahead and do this first. So I did that one. So that means I got to do this one. Although I don't want to do it that way. Do it this way. Okay. Try again. Ready? Center. Everybody think center. You guys didn't think hard enough. I blame you. All right. Ink it up. This was mind-blowing what I did today, wasn't it? But, again, I got my video. It's where I'm at today. And that's what Wednesdays with Willow is going to be. It's just kind of hanging out with me where I'm at, what I'm doing. Each week is going to be different. And God only knows where it's going to go. What we're going to do. But I like you guys, so I want to hang out with you. All right. Wow. That was it. That's it. That's it, boys and girls. Not complicated. Simple, but effective. I think these are really cute. They look good when you send them to your clients. And just a little way to tell them thank you. This is what it ends up looking like. The final product for me. yours will look different because, you know, unless you're there. Now, there is another journal lady that I have found. She is so adorable. If you have not heard of her, look her up. Her business name is Willow57. How crazy is that, right? Or House of Willow 507, something like that. She's Southern as they come and just a hoot. She is, because there's no other word you can use for her but hoot. She's fun. So look her up if you haven't. And no, I did not name my business after her, nor her me. We just, you know, happen to be in the same wavelength, I guess. House of Willow 507, I think. Anyway, cute, cute, cute. So anyway, your ephemera packaging is going to be different than mine, unless you have a willow in your name and you want this kind of look, or even if you don't, you want that kind of look, then there it is. But decorate it to match your theme. That's kind of my point. Is, you know, make it you. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope you guys are blessed and know how loved you are. God bless you. I will see you next Wednesday. If not before, who knows? I might put up a surprise video on occasion. But if not, God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye.